season of fall and all things Halloween. That is a staple in my household. Honestly, Halloween's right up there with Christmas. My wife and I, we go all out, put up all the decorations that we can, hand out the candy, like to dress up. It's our thing. And this past week, we got an opportunity to attend the premiere of Disney's Haunted Mansion remake with great anticipation because we both loved the 2003 film with Eddie Murphy, and we truly enjoy the ride from Walt Disney World. The early trailers for the film seemed promising, and it had a star-studded cast such as Rosario Dawson, Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, and of course Jamie Lee Curtis as Madame Leota herself. We even got appearances by Jared Leto, Winona Ryder, Hasan Minhaj, and Dan Levy. The standout performance for me, however, was a relative newcomer by the name of Chase Dillon. His role as Travis was very heartfelt and very believable, which is something you need in a movie like this because it really suspends disbelief. You know, it's a haunted mansion with ghosts. The special effects were great, the CGI ghost designs were very fun, and the film had a bunch of awesome Easter eggs from the ride itself. The story was also simple, but the overall character arcs for the main cast will really give the movie heart. And that's personally something that I wasn't expecting, because again, it's the Haunted Mansion, it's spooky, and I really wasn't expecting Shakespeare. In fact, when you think of the Haunted Mansion, you really think of ghosts, maybe a few jump scares, and some family-friendly humor, and we got all that. But the movie also delivered on the serious and emotional feels as well, which I totally appreciate. If I had one minor complaint, I would say that the third act build-up seems a bit out of place, and there were some elements that, for me, made a little bit more sense earlier in the story. All in all, I'd have to say that I enjoyed the film for the story, the cast, the goofy ghost characters, and I would totally recommend it as a family fun movie night out. I give Disney's Haunted Mansion a solid 8 out of 10. This past weekend, I was also able to catch the early sneak peek of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. This movie is from Seth Rogen, and I have to admit that when I first heard about this movie coming out and that it was going to be fully animated, and then when I saw the initial character designs, I really wasn't a huge fan. It wasn't until the first trailer drop that I saw the turtles interacting with each other, the funny banter, and the dialogue, and at that point I started to give the movie a chance, and honestly, I'm really glad I did. Plain and simple, this movie exceeded my expectation. Set aside the all-star voice cast, the unique animation style, it was the way that Seth Rogen was so accurately able to capture each turtle's unique personality and really bring them to life in a way that reminds me of the old 90s cartoon and the first live-action movies. Maybe the first two live-action movies, because we don't talk about TMNT 3. Anyways, Leo, Raph, Mikey, Donnie, Splinter, and April, they were all portrayed perfectly in my opinion. The action set pieces, they were also really fun, and it was to the point where I almost forgot I was watching a cartoon. I was just watching the Turtles. Again, I cannot express how much I enjoyed the voice cast of the Turtles and the other characters. I feel that time and love was totally put into the story and to the decision of who was going to be cast for each specific member of this film. It was perfect in my opinion. Now, Mutant Mayhem, it did just come out today, so I don't want to get into any of the plot details, but I will say that the writers did take their liberties with the TMNT lore in a way that is really surprising, and I actually really enjoyed it. This movie was so much fun. I'm actually planning to see it again in the theater, and I'm going to go the extra mile, and when it comes out in digital, I'm most likely going to purchase it. If you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles in any way, you owe it to yourself to check this out. I give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem a solid 9 out of 10 pizza slices.